We'll get a video later of another date of the new houses, and you're not going to believe the new construction that they have in there. They've actually taken about half of the housing there and turned it into brand new, what I would call luxury homes for the military. They've done the same thing to a portion of Stillwell Park. Recently opened that up. Again, this is where the entrance to Co Avenue used to be if you were heading southbound, or if you were coming northbound, you had to come up here and then turn right. And then when you came up the hill, if you wanted to go north, you had to come out in this same area. It's right up in here somewhere. Probably right about here. Yeah. And then come out down in front of Fitch. You can still see the old road. I'll go over there and I think I can get it on video. Right in here is where the old road used to go up. That's Fitch Junior High, which again is now Seaside Middle School or Seaside Junior High. Oh yeah, there's the sign. Let's see if I can get the sign in the video. Seaside Middle School. Eagles. Soaring high. Alright. Get the camera back down so it doesn't fall off the darn mount again. Alright. This is Co Avenue. Coming up here on the right, let's see if I can get a picture of the bay. I don't know how well this is going to look in the video, but anyways, coming up on the right is some apartments that were built for the military, single guys and gals. This property was purchased, I think, in the late 90s by a senator with the help of Senator McCain for $40,000. The senator that, or I mean, he may not, the person who bought it may not have been a senator, but it was somebody who knew Senator McCain. Let me rephrase that. And they sold it a few years later for several million. It was definitely worth more than $40,000 when it was purchased. Why he was able to get it at such a great deal, I don't know. But this used to be all military housing here for the single bachelor male and female soldiers, and I assume that anybody that was going to Presidio might have stayed here too, so it could have been Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, anybody going to language school that was single probably had an opportunity to live here. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 24. I think there's 19 buildings and 24 apartments on each one, so there's quite a bit of room. There might have been some younger families here too, because I'm pretty sure there's some 2 bedrooms here. In fact, yes, I know there are, because I have a friend who lives here now. These are all now converted over to civilian use. Behind here is the golf course. This is just half of the complex we're going through now. You can probably just make out the top of one of the buildings below. And down to the right there is the rest of the complex plus another entrance. Not going to bother going in there because it's exactly the same as you just saw. Again, we're back on Co Avenue. This leads out to Monterey Road, which you turn right, goes into Stillwell Park. to the left takes you out to the entrance to the freeway. Also Seaside High School. Coming up, you probably just barely make out of some houses. These are brand new $1 million homes that were $1 million homes in the early 2000s. Now they're worth half of that. To the left are some trailer mobile homes that were also for families that were in the military. Those apartments and the trailers to my left were constructed after there was some difficulty with some soldiers finding enough money to take care of their families while they were overseas and things. Eventually some kid killed himself and the family blamed the military. Anyway, right there is a park plus the old... Let me go down and look at the old Hayes School. The Hayes School is now converted. Half of it's a daycare and the other half is now called Central Coast High School. It's for kids that haven't met all their credits. Gives them an opportunity to have an accelerated course and do things that aren't as structured as Seaside, Monterey, or other high schools. Again, to my left and right here are the houses that were constructed in the early 2000s and have lost half of their value with the economy the way it is today. I might as well go through Buona Loop. Anybody that recalls Buona Loop is where the part of Stillwell Park. Oh, by the way, those new houses right there all were part of Hayes Park at one time. That's where the Hayes Park housing used to be. Now, Buona Loop, I don't recall if it was part of Hayes Park or it was part of Stillwell, but they actually changed Buona Loop and Buona Road. They swapped them for some reason when they constructed this new military housing. Buona Loop is to my right. Buona Road is to the left. Corregidor. Let's go down this way so there's more to see, I guess. There's a big, huge park here for the residents to live in. These are all military housing. You may recall the old housing here was probably built in the 40s, maybe the 60s, I don't recall. Over the hill in Stillwell Park, the housing there I think was from the 60s. I know when I lived in on Carrington, which is part of Marshall Park, our houses were nothing like this. They've got garages instead of carports. They've got nice lawns, except for this one here. It's not being taken care of in the middle. He's taken care of in the front. It's a nice grassy area to have a picnic on, to have your kids go out and play on if you live in that little loop there. You can watch them from the front of the house. They've each got fenced-in backyards. We just passed Corregidor back there. I forgot to mention that. And this is Kiska. Let me take Kiska down so you can see the old housing. I don't think there was ever any housing here. It doesn't appear to be. Well, maybe there are because you can see where it was leveled off. So there may have been housing here on Kiska at one time. In fact, yes, I do see entrances for driveways. And this is the old housing that was built in the 60s. This is the kind of housing I lived in Marshall Park. I think this is, no, not Normandy. What is this road? Okinawa, maybe? Let me see when I get to the sign. The road I'm on is, this is Saipan I'm passing, and I am on Okinawa. This is one that makes a big, huge loop throughout this track. This is now May, and take this back out to Monterey Road, which joins up with Co Avenue. Goes right out to the Co Avenue gate. Straight in front of me is the old, or like it still is a golf course. You can make out a little bit there probably. And some pictures of the bay. If this ever gets turned over to civilian use, these will be a great place for more million-dollar homes with views of the bay. This is a daycare that was constructed a short time before Fort Ord closed. It's still open as a daycare. Of course, now it's military, and I think civilians can, maybe they can't take their families there. To the left of me again is the golf course, and this is where they're going to be building houses. I think they've already started construction on some houses. Are going to be new housing tracts that are going to be located on the golf course. The golf course has now been turned over to civilian use. It's got a gate to enter there, otherwise I'd take you through there. To the left of me are the Buona Loop homes. Again, these are all military homes, and then the ones to the left now that are in camera view are the civilian homes that are right next door. Separated by a wall, of course, because the civilians wouldn't want to have to look upon the military. To my right, you can just barely make out probably is the old shopette. Used to have gas and snacks, bread, milk, things like that, maybe some automotive parts. That's where the Co Avenue gate used to be, right in front there. And this is going to be a better view of the old Hayes School. They just redid the roof a year ago. It's a nice shiny roof. And they put in this community center here that there isn't much community going on there. And there's a park there where you can play baseballs. There's somebody playing baseball now. There's a batting cage there. I see coaches here using the batting cage with kids. And this is Ord Avenue. This leads into where the mobile homes were constructed. When the civilians took over this area, I believe that the street names were all changed. So if you lived on a certain street in here, they were probably changed. Like this one's Azalea. This next one coming up was Buttercup. And that's it for our tour today. Bye.